today on EA Sports. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open. 2nd and 6. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season. In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town. Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback. And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. So that time they get the tight end on the hold. Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. Of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffin. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Ward to return.
A beautiful fake.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 73 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, Armstrong. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He could not get rid of it in a big-time loss there on 3rd. The sack sets up 4th. Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Caught here by Griffin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 2. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run on first down. Monk brought down at the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big fella. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. On down, Monk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Monk. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Monk. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Tyler.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Edwards. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Armstrong. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Armstrong. He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Armstrong being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got to keep in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On second down now. Monk. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Armstrong. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Armstrong. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Armstrong. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
No going for 2. Kick the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Got Edwards now on the slant.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
On 1st and 10, Armstrong. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Armstrong. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Armstrong. Got a man. That's Ward. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Armstrong. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started in the heartland, Kansas City, as they're at home to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. The Bengals trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Jeremy Hill, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. 30-24 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so getting out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Operating from the gun, Armstrong got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Armstrong looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Armstrong has this complete to Woods. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it. They've got a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Right back to him on first down. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers.
The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Monk. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Up the middle they go. Monk, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On second down, Monk. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a dump off here complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Armstrong. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Armstrong. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Armstrong buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off the play fake, Armstrong. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
From the gun on 3rd down, Armstrong got a man and he hits him in stride. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd down now, Monk.
And he's going to have the Broncos 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Tyler. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On 3rd down, Monk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Armstrong over the middle, complete. It's Norton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on first down. Armstrong. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way, but we're snapping it on second down. Operating from the gun. Armstrong. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. There he goes, right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Broncos now down by 15. And time, a huge factor. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Wilson.
The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Caught by Wilson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with aggression.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Seahawks, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll...